We're laughing because we're having a good time, folks.
We
Chrissy,
are.
do you want to lead us in?
All right. So before I get to our fabulous intro, this podcast is part of the You Run Network, where you can find other interesting podcasts just like ours. So make sure to check them out. And welcome to the Paranormal Misfits podcast, where the curious roam, the weird feels at home, and the horror is just another day in the office. I'm your host, Chrissy.
And I'm your host.
I love it.
I'm going to say that one more time. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm your host, Nino Daniel.
No, I love the other one.
Because I had a thing in my throat. I was drinking my tea because I had a thing in my throat. Not like a lymph node or anything.
Not
the taunts. Well, what a way to just kick it in, honestly.
We are a hot mess.
I love this. I love that we now add, ladies and gentlemen, we have a soundtrack now. If you're listening in the background, we are providing syndicated elevator music.
We are. Once we find some good music, I can load it in. But for right now.
This is fine. I mean, we're a horror podcast, but we have like a teen Disney soundtrack. This is perfect. This is honestly what Olivia Rodrigo's Diary looks like. I just know it.
Actually, I was going more for Miss Crazy Siwa, but
kind of
that bitch there. This was bugging and psycho.
How do you star on 176 Nickelodeon movies and you open up your first rebrand single with "I was a bad girl"?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
JoJo, you weren't a bad girl.
Never. You were on Dance Moms.
You were on babe. You sold bows.
Right? My daughter was obsessed with your shit, and it was a pain in the ass.
JoJo Siwa. I just can't. Honestly, it's not the choreography, it's not the song, it's just her.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if Britt Smith is listening to this, shout out for being the OG singer of Karma.
Hell yeah. She owns a makeup brand, doesn't she?
Color Wow.
Oh.
For hair. That's her brand. Her mom started it, and then her sister and her took into the business after they were like just opting out of music. And you can listen to a song from Britt and Alex, her sister, called Let It Go, which is on the Step Up 2 soundtrack. The song itself is not available on iTunes at this moment.
Oh.
Anyways.
Not a little advert in there for
just hey, it's funny how everyone comes and listens to this podcast. Little do they know it's math class because of tangents. I literally wrote Chrissy in the notes. I said, hey, can we keep this one to an hour and 20? Because I just know our ADHD is going to kick in. And this is fantastic. How are you doing this morning, babe?
I am fantastic, although it is kind of dreary looking outside. I guess we have a thunderstorm or something maybe coming through. I don't know.
Damn.
Go figure. It's Florida. How about you?
I am good. I am still like relaxed, recovering from my session with Anna Marie Green. She, as you guys know, she was our first guest as co-hosts. Mm-hmm. Good session, a lot of good times. Today I'm actually I'm gonna go to what I call swim therapy. I'm gonna go to my local gym and do a couple of laps. I'm gonna take a fat nap because it is 7:10 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Fuck this shit. Fuck these time zones, baby. Jesus. I want to remind you all that there's a lot of gratitude to give to Chrissy. Oh. She is a wife and a mom, and she started Paranormal Misfit podcast prior to me even knowing about it. Just full transparency. So thank you for bringing me into something that you've created, and I'm so excited to see where this all goes. Can we tell them the news that we got declined by a certain person?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God. Okay, bitch. So y'all remember when I did my movie review episode? You should, because it was episode fucking 2. So because I'm a registered actor on IMDb, I can like reach out to people, and I can reach out to like the management and agents of certain people. And I was like, you know who would be a fun guest on the podcast?
Our queen.
Our queen. I reached out to Nev Campbell's people.
Oh my God.
And I literally shat myself because they were so nice. Nev is the sweetest, but her team is also very, very sweet. Just very kind, very like just kind and professional. Like there's nothing that I have nothing bad to say about Nev or her team that I've experienced. And I haven't had any personal interaction with Nev Campbell. I have had interaction with oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget his name, so I'm gonna look it up in my inbox. Blake. I talked to Blake, and Blake was just a pure little gem. Nev Campbell did decline to appear on the podcast, and that's okay. Like we're still new, we're still figuring stuff out. We don't know what we're doing, but I think it's pretty cool that like I don't know if it even made it to the desk of Nev Campbell, but it's just super cool. So, anyways, I'm gonna try for. I'm gonna still see. Maybe there's hope. Maybe one day the ghoulish gods are gonna let us have Nev Campbell on our podcast. But yeah, today's episode. Christy, how big of a fan are you of conspiracy theories?
Oh my God, I'm the biggest. And this particular content creator, I followed her religiously. Oh my.
Prior to all of this shit.
Oh yeah.
So today's episode is about Kyle Marisa Roth. Kyle Marisa Roth is best known as a gossip news reporter through social media, primarily TikTok. Kyle Marisa Roth would do the blind items, and she would do deep dives and decodes to figure out who was being talked about. So a couple of things I want to start off with really quick. My first point is I have allergies.
It's that time of year, guys.
It's that time again. So the first thing I want to mention is, for those of you listening and for the both of us talking about this, we have to remember that we are talking about a person who is no longer on Earth, who is like passed to a different plane. And by no means does this episode harbor or indicate any disrespect to Kyle Marisa Roth herself or her family in any way. This is just us talking about her work in the best and most positive light based off of what she's been able to bring forward about so many celebrities and politicians and like so many things. So Kyle Marisa Roth and family, if you are listening in any capacity, we appreciate you and we thank you for your work. Okay. So do you, hey audience, answer this question for me. Do you guys know what a blind item is? Let me hear you. Okay, I can't. So
thanks for that. Thanks.
Yeah. So getting into a little bit of what a blind item is. So it is typically seen as a leak or a tip that is anonymously given to a source with no name attached to it, but it is up to the public to determine who that person is that's being talked about, i.e., the lawyer of XYZ celebrity can bring forth a tip, but the lawyer is not mentioned by name, nor is the celebrity. Did you know anything about how blind items work?
So originally, when I first came across her, I did not. And then when she started mentioning where she was getting her blind items, I was like, okay, let me see what this website looks like. And it is the way it looks, like those blind items.
Is it Dumois?
It's that one, but it's also, there's a lawyer, like Ian something lawyer.
Oh, yes.
There's another one. But those are the two areas that I knew she got a lot of the blind items from, aside from those who actually send it to her in her personal inbox.
Got it.
But yeah, no, like I went deep diving on that. I was like, oh my God.
So I've seen a couple of blind items. I've always seen them kind of come in through like the Dumois Instagram stories and all of this stuff. And like the Dumois ones are like, it's easy to tell who it is.
Yeah.
Whereas KMR was just like, here we go.
I know, right?
I'm giving you names. So it took a while to understand like what blind items were for me. But I remember like she would come up on my For You page and the way she would present this, I felt like I was at like a brunch gossip session with my best friend.
Yes.
Like I was immediately tuned into her.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if y'all have seen out there Kyle Marisa Roth's Instagram or social media page, but the way she talks to her audience is literally as if like it's you and her as the only persons in this room.
Yep.
I don't know how you felt.
I loved it. Like it was like talking to your best friend about, you know, like it was almost like if you think about it, like when you were back in high school and your friend would like hop in your car and be like, bitch, guess what?
Oh, honest to God, some of my favorite conversations have started that way.
Right.
Like, and you're very right. This is literally how I feel about. I felt like Kyle Marisa Roth hopped into my 1999 Volvo S70 and was like, I have to tell you about P. Diddy.
Yes. I have to tell you about the kid at school, the popular one.
Yeah. She's like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go to the drive-thru and now and I'll tell you everything.
Right.
She's like, you fly, I buy. And I'm like, because I was poor in high school. Any hues it's. But yeah, so that's essentially like what a blind item is from my understanding of it. Do you have a different understanding?
I don't have a different understanding of it. What I do appreciate though is that like, so, you know, people, I won't say they tried to copy, but they did jump on the bandwagon of covering blind items, right? But they would never do what she did, which shows me that I believe she has a degree in journalism and in history. And she used that degree to its, oh my God. Because not only would she go look at the blind item, then she would go find related headlines. And then she would go even further and see how far back it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
there was something that she did a deep dive on for Diddy's case, and she went into the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I was like, the 90s were 24 years ago.
More than that.
Talking at minimum.
At minimum. Okay, you're right. You are
at
absolutely
minimum.
Right.
Actually, technically, at minimum was 25 years ago.
See what you did there? Math is math, and maybe not really.
Chrissy, I'm going to send La Llorona to your house tonight.
Please.
I won't.
Please don't do that.
Please, not La Llorona.
Not that one.
Okay, so continuing on. So Kyle Marisa Roth would do extensive research as to who the blind item may be about and was not afraid to name names. That was the thing I loved about watching her material is she was like, this person's this. I'm like, you go, girl. You please say the names out loud. Her popularity as a gossip news reporter via TikTok gained massive traction in early March during the Diddy explosions. Going back to what you had said about her degree in journalism and history, I think that Kyle Marisa Roth, on a journalism standpoint, was one of the last few good ones. And mind you, we don't have very many.
No. And the celebrity gossip shit that we have left, and we're going to call it shit, is TMZ, who gets bought out by the celebrities and their staff. Yeah. And then fucking Perez Hilton.
What even didn't he like die?
No, he's the.
No, I know, I'm kidding, but like
he's like, I think he died off for sure because he tries to come relevant. And it's like, ugh.
What I found really is on the topic of Perez Hilton, really quick tangent. I found it super strange that he was kind of like a featured like person that was brought on stage during Britney Spears' Piece of Me residency in Las Vegas. Mind you, he talked the most shit about her.
Yes, her, Lindsay Lohan.
Yes, and Perez Hilton was in the opening credits of Britney Spears' circus tour. And I'm like, does her team... or Britney's team hates her. And also, TMZ is on Jamie Spears' payroll. It's been confirmed. Anywho, so this is so Kyle Marisa Roth would do these blind items, and she had a really good following. But I mean, like, the massiveness took a hold during the Diddy stuff. And we're not talking about, like, I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, the Diddy stuff she started reporting on, if I'm not mistaken, I think was back in like November when the whole Cassie thing started.
She was doing deep
I could very much be getting my dates wrong, and I apologize if I am. But She was doing deep dives on Cassie and that whole.
She was doing deep dives. Remember when they were like saying they're going to release the Epstein files or whatever?
Yeah.
She did full deep dives on that.
She said, let me tell you who they are.
Right. She said, let me tell you who they are. Let me link it here. Let me do this. If they're not going to release the names, I'm going to XYZ and we're going to put all the puzzles together.
And she would.
Oh, like I fell into that one. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Same.
Hours.
The one thing that I do want to say about Diddy is a callback to our conspiracy theory episode. I think we touched on this. Aubrey O'Day, who is a former member of the girl group Danity Kane, was on a podcast where she had mentioned that they, as in the members of Danity Kane, that received a letter or an email saying that like they'll get their buyout from Sony for streaming, and it was a buyout of like $900 per member. And mind you, Danity Kane's music is still streaming heavily, primarily because of me, but
might be on my workout plan.
Might be my. Could you imagine just like trying to do squats and all of a sudden you're like, do you get a first aid kit handy? Do you?
It's so hard.
It hits hard.
Possible.
So she said that like they received a letter that was basically in the form of an NDA saying that they'll never disparage Sean Diddy Combs, Bad Boy Entertainment, or anyone in the family in public.
Yeah.
And this was prior to the Cassie trial. I promise you guys, this does tie into KMR. We have to like.
She covered Audrey too, didn't she?
Aubrey. She covered Aubrey. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck Audrey is.
Sorry.
Damn it. So, Kyle Marisa Roth's old TikTok account was removed right about early March. Maybe even someone had paid to have her account removed. Potentially Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, Jalulu?
J. Lulu, potentially, allegedly, had Kyle Marisa Roth's TikTok account removed because of the brought up copyright strikes from what everyone was stitching for that god-awful Amazon movie and documentary. And I'm not afraid to say that it's god-awful. Because if you look at me and you ask me what my go-to bodega order is...
Not a ham and cheese sandwich with the orange soda and orange drink, if you know.
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh, I have been loving everyone who's like, I went to high school with this bitch. She did nothing.
Run up and down the block. Ho, the things you've lied about.
Right?
So, what's it called? What Kyle Marisa Roth did then is she made a new TikTok account and did recaps of her old videos and was trying to build her audience back up. There was a whole reason as to why she was so heavy about blind items and pushing out content, because she was a part of the creator fund. She was making good money with it. She was cross-pollinating all of her stuff. I mean, whatever you saw on TikTok was on Instagram, was on YouTube, XYZ, because she really just wanted to get the word out. But also, come to find out, there was a bit more of like a serious reason. And I kind of want to get into this next point, but again, I want to reiterate everything that Chrissy and I have uncovered about Kyle Marisa Roth is public information. So these are things that we have found out from other sources and other people. So we are just reporting on what we've heard. And again, by no means is this meant to be ill intent towards Kyle Marisa Roth's spirit or her family. I cannot stress that enough. She is a literal angel.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
She's a literal angel.
She was doing the freaking work.
Quite honestly, she was doing the Lord's work, I feel. And may she rest so luxuriously in heaven.
Hell yeah.
Girl, you can't say hell yeah after I just said heaven.
Yes, you can. Slightly. I did. Hi. It's me. Apologies. Sorry.
Is your NSA agent is an Episcopal?
We're all going to a place of fire.
Oh, I already live in Arizona.
Who you told? My husband's like, I want to leave out there. I was like, bitch, you will burn.
No, okay, so to your
Too
husband,
crisp.
to anyone who wants to move out to Arizona, do me a favor, don't. Okay, so moving on, because
Okay.
the AD is HDing today, but not as much. I'm so proud of us. I'm also trying to keep us on par because I have therapy after this. Just gonna say it out loud.
Just gonna say it out loud.
Fine,
Have therapy. I missed mine yesterday. I didn't realize.
Why?
So she was like, I'm gonna send you the calendars, and I was looking for them in my email, and I never found them. Well, I missed yesterday because it was at a different time than what I booked the week before. So now I'm gonna double up. Double up crying.
Wow.
Wow.
That's exactly what happens. What you say. That's exactly what happens when you mention hell after I mention heaven. That's exactly what happens. I know. Trust me.
Karma's a bitch.
I still know better. Anyways. So,
all right.
Moving onward and upward for those of us who believe in heaven. No, I'm kidding. That was a little Bible thumpy. I'm sorry.
Where are we at?
So point four.
Okay.
Kyle's sister was one of the family members that posted on Instagram about Kyle's death approximately, I think, a week after it had happened.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly, those are the dates that I was given. Which prior to that, Kyle and Marisa Roth's social media audience kept wondering, where are you at? And there was like this influx of comments. Because mind you, KMR was doing content piece after content. I mean, it was literally like, I remember seeing 5 to 7 videos a day at some point. It was something insane.
And it really depended on what the subject was. Yes,
because new blind items could come in at quite literally any point of the day.
Yes.
So as she kept cranking out that content, everyone was like, where are you at? Where are you at? So there are some very intense healthcare problems that were spoken of. It is reported that Kyle Marisa Roth had colon cancer, jaundice skin, and bilirubin disorder. So just a quick take on this from what I found through Google and other medical websites. I have to say, I don't know how I researched. Let's just start this off by saying I researched this and this is what I found. If there's more to it, please tell us in the comments or
send us a DM.
So, jaundice or yellowing of the skin is caused by a buildup of bilirubin in the bloodstream. Bilirubin is associated with the liver, and a buildup of bilirubin is caused by problems in the ducts of bile or the liver. Cool. Not cool to have.
Right.
Obviously, but cool as in like, this is what I've surmised it to be.
Okay.
Hey, again, I am no doctor, and this has been Googled. Just gonna put that out there.
Just saying.
I'm no doctor, and this has been Googled. When her family spoke on We Have So Many Questions, that could have also been medically related questions that they would have liked answers to, and this is where I think social media also spiraled.
Yes. There was a lot of different things coming out at the same time, right? So
killed and like the black SUVs came to her house and
she was saying she was being followed.
Did she say that?
I don't see. It's kind of hard to say because like they're stitched videos together, so you don't know if maybe like someone AI'd it together kind of thing. What I do know is that the week or two before her passing, she's known to not sleep well, right? And she was taking this particular over-the-counter like melatonin type supplement, but she wasn't taking the dosage she was supposed to. She admitted she took like 10 at one point.
Oh, and she was supposed to take
like 2. Much less than that. But so she could have had like, some people were, and it's all speculations, it's all social media, and that social media for this reason is
Ape shit. Ape shit for this reason.
Yeah, because fans want to have answers, so they're making up their own answers. Then you get this conspiracy theories because they're all like, oh, she covered stuff about celebrities who are in the occult and into this and into that. And
she sure did.
But they were saying it could have been a syndrome of something that dealt with your melatonin. I don't remember which chemical interacts with the melatonin in your body. I'd have to look it up later.
I'd have to look. I know something to do with dendrites and synapse.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That's me utilizing my clinical psych degree right there.
There you go. So yeah, like social media for sure has exploded with just conspiracies all the way around. They're blaming Diddy, they're blaming J-Lo, they're blaming Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Like, honestly, that's a fair amount of people to blame. Like if we're being 300, there was one of the rumors that I heard, and again I say rumor because rumor. One of the rumors that I heard was, hey, now let me get adjusted. One of the rumors that I heard was like I think
even the Kardashians.
Oh, I believe it. So one of the things that I heard was that J-Lo, kind of J-Lulu, had her narcissism and egocentrism kick in and had this girl's platform and I'm so sorry, had Kyle Marisa Roth's platform removed. We're not just going to deduce her to that girl. But the thing is, Kyle Marisa Roth depended on these videos because she was a part of the creator program. However, these videos, from what I've researched, funded her ability to access medical care.
Yep. Because there was a video she stated, she's like,
she's like, if I die, blame J-Lo.
Yeah. And the thing is she had also mentioned that she couldn't get a colonoscopy.
Because it was so expensive because she was out of the creator fund.
Right.
And it makes total sense because prior to her profile getting deleted, she had, huge. Granted, when she came back and made the new profile, she still had a lot, but just I don't remember it being as much. I think it was like just about 300,000 followers.
Because I don't think it was the first time she lost her.
Absolutely not. If you see how many times it's like Kyle Marisa 2.
Yeah.
Something like
4, 8.
4, 8, 9, 312.
Right.
Like, so all of these things, it's allegedly Jennifer Lopez reached out to TikTok and was like, remove this profile. Allegedly.
Same for bots. Supposedly. Allegedly. She was sending out, her PR team was sending out bots because I don't know if you caught that one that Kyle Marisa did where she put the filter on of her as a salad.
Oh my god, wait, keep going. I think I've seen this one.
So there was a few, because J-Lo's known far and wide that she is a terrible person to deal with at a restaurant.
Oh, and this is are you referring to the
salad? So they hired bots. If you go through videos on J-Lo's profiles, all of her social media, you'll be like, there will be comments of various people going, oh, I served, J-Lo came to my restaurant and she was great. I served her a salad. And it's literally the same exact thing over and over. So Kyle Marisa put on a filter and basically made fun. I was dying. Well, because of the whole drama of, who was it? Ben Affleck wanted to tip the server.
No, he did tip the server. Ben Affleck did tip the server, what, $10K? And then Jennifer was like, absolutely not, because I need to get, she stole back the $10K, left some very small tip, because what, you need the other $9,000+ to go buy that orange drink, if you know, you know? Do you need the other
ham and cheese sandwich?
Do you on a roll?
On a roll
with a small bag of chips, because they have small bags of it. Jennifer, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
What is it like? 40, she had like 48 or 78 videos where she did the deep dive down the J-Lulu train. Like a whole thing, because I remember she originally started covering her, and I thought this was kind of weird. So we care about our crappy video, our crappy movie of, this is the greatest love story ever told. Like, first off, shut the fuck up.
No one needs that.
That's one. Then you have a documentary where you were showing Celebrities didn't want to be in your fucking movie to begin with.
Because they know what shit you've said about them earlier on in your career.
Exactly. So, like, you're
and you spoke ill of Gwyneth Paltrow. Are you fucking kidding me? Get a life.
And Selma Hayek.
We're just gonna ignore Shallow Hal? We're just gonna Selma Hayek, was she in Blow?
Yes. No. That was Penelope Cruz.
That was Penelope Cruz. Genuinely, I'm so sorry. It's very easy to get them confused.
Selma,
they look alike.
Almost. Selma Hayek has a different nose. Because
they're both very sexy.
They are so gorgeous.
Honestly, like those women, maybe a heterosexual hall pass. I don't know.
Dusk Before Dawn. Did you watch it? Yeah.
Do you want to say where the fuck you got that info from? Because I'm going up a fumes.
Oh, so my husband loves. Well, it's like every freaking 90s kid's like coming into hormones because of her belly dancing. She was the one that belly danced.
Oh, absolutely! I watched freaking 100% I did. This movie taught me how to develop spina bifida. Like.
Anyways, okay, totally opposite. That travesty she did to freaking Shakira at the Super Bowl.
Oh, how she was like, why do we need two people? Because Jennifer.
Because you don't sing your own songs.
Because if I had the luxury of not singing my own songs, I would go to bed earlier too. Right? Mariah was right.
Oh, so much.
I don't feel like Jennifer Lopez was this bad before. I don't. Maybe people covered it up. Maybe there are things going on behind the scenes that we don't know. But like, to me, it's one of these things where I'm like, I'm so happy we're living in an age now where we are calling celebrities out on their shit, babe.
Absolutely.
You cannot keep this delirium up. No one's buying it.
But she is.
Jennifer Lopez is to millennials what JoJo Siwa is to Gen Z, and that's a fact.
So here's the thing. I don't know if I was scrolling through Kyle and Marissa's account this morning, right? I was like, I need to refresh her. And she compared, so there's that whole, she calls Hailey Bieber swim fan Baldwin with Selena. If you want it.
If you know, you know.
You know. So there was a video where Jennifer Garner was making a drink, right? It's all over social media or whatever. Jennifer Lopez does the same thing, and it looks like she's literally dying. Like, she tries to take it. She's like the almost sip.
And she, wasn't it like her, like, Delilah? More like...
the shit she's pushing out? Yes.
Jennifer
is now a swim fan.
And for those of you who are wondering what swim fan is, there is a really good movie with Erica Christensen called Swim Fan, and that movie has to do with obsession.
Yeah.
And obsession of another person in the most violent way. Not to say that any celebrity or anything, we do not know what type of physical violent crimes they have committed or sent after by their people. We do not know. These are all alleged things, but in the description of the movie Swim Fan, with the talented Erica Christensen, there's some violent shit that goes on.
Oh my God, so much.
That was a fucking movie. That
movie, that would have to be like a later poke.
That's the ADHD
going. All right,
okay.
So you're on her YouTube, right?
We're on her. So the stuff about like her. So she got her stuff removed, because allegedly Jalulu. Every time I want to do this ear, every time. God. Okay. Anyways, so for the majority of Kyle Marisa Roth's career, from what I've researched, her blind items have more to do with the celebrity's behavior or something in that sphere, maybe some topical legal things based on the celebrity's actions that reflect negatively in the public. So it was more so like when Justin Bieber like peed in what was that thing, like a mop bucket or something? I don't know. Or just...
I don't remember that one. I can tell you, like, if we were to go down the more current route, I think she covered a lot of, well, first Lulu, but then like celebrities marrying celebrities for PR, not necessarily.
Oh, we're gonna get into that.
You're like,
Oh,
I got that.
we're getting the fuck into that because some of your favorite celebrities are in relationships, not because they love them, but because they have.
That's right.
One of my favorite conspiracy theories I will mention before we go into a quick commercial lick type moment
Sounds good.
is did you hear the story about two current people who are in a relationship? One is a very prominent pop singer, one is a very prominent athlete.
I'm trying to go through my arsenal of
A very, very, very popular singer.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Might have just released an album.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're good. I got it.
Who is dating a football player, I believe.
Yep, he's a football player.
And the rumor is that they are together because they are a psyop. And it makes perfect sense that they're together because this year is what? An election year.
Oh my God.
More to come after the.
All right. Okay. Why are you still smiling? I was like, is he frozen? Is it my internet again?
No, it's me. No,
It's
just
you.
I was just being stupid.
It's me. Yeah. I have to go back on her blind items because she was covering them too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't do a deep dive on her YouTube though. Was it good? Was it a lot?
Same stuff. It was just a
Same
repeat.
stuff. Just
And,
repeat.
yeah, it was mostly just like she started the YouTube. From what I've saw, she like uploaded the saved TikTok videos because sometimes what TikTok can do is once you film a video in the app, it hard saves to your phone.
Right. Yeah.
And I think I wasn't there, but it just looks like what she was doing was taking the hard saved videos, I'm sorry, and just transposing them over to YouTube because YouTube's, what is it, RPM, CPM is like way better.
Yeah. Okay.
You make way more money on YouTube.
Well, she also had a Patreon.
Yeah, she did.
She did. I was trying to find it, and
she would do allegedly
really
she would do deeper dives. Like she would be like, "You want to go swim in the ocean, babe? Let's go.
You want to go see that shark,
baby shark."
Please don't. Oh my God. Roland came through with a toy like that, and I was like, dude, no, go take it somewhere.
What is that one TikTok video that's like, light due, rent due, bills due, baby shark due.
Yes.
I hope that makes the trailer cut.
I think it'll be great. All right.
Okay, moving onward and upward.
Moving back.
So things take an interesting turn when Kyle begins reporting on Diddy. Mind you, the things with Diddy started back in November of 2023 when Cassie took Diddy to trial for umpteen things. And I would say it probably started even earlier than that. I would probably say it started in the summer of 2023, this whole like Diddy collapse, because that's when the stuff about like the NDAs and like the music rights of every artist from Bad Boy Entertainment moving over to like Sony or Universal and only getting $900. Aubrey O'Day reported on this. Mind you, there were 5 members of Danity Kane: Aubrey, Dawn, Shannon, Andrea, and D Woods. Yeah, know your pop culture. So it was alleged that like Diddy was not paying his artists at that time anything, and some of them were actually doing Uber to sustain their families.
How do you be that big of a fucking group and not have any money? Like, how do you do that to people?
Well, there was think about, so this is, and I don't know how true this is, but Dee Woods, one of the members of Danity Kane, she obviously left music. She stayed in music, but she also like did some acting and stage stuff. She did some work with Candy Burris from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and so many more things.
Yeah.
But the last thing that I saw of Dee Woods was she was working like front desk at a talent agency.
But she is the talent.
But she is the talent. She's a strong vocalist, an incredible dancer, and like this is what they've succumbed to.
That is insane. Well, think about 112. 112 had like so many hits in the early 2000s, and you never heard from them again. And that was another Diddy group.
Ever.
D2K, right? That was their other one.
Was that his? Turn around and let me see that sexy body go bum bum bum.
With Omarion and all of them.
That's
a straight for another day.
I felt so bad. I was teaching my dance classes called Nights with Nino. And one of the songs I did was Icebox by Omarion, and I felt so bad because I was like, oh, I know we all hate Omarion, but like this song slaps.
You're like, damn it.
And the one song that and I'm just saying, like, I have to be able to separate art from the artist. The one song I cannot do, even though I want to, is Ignition by R. Kelly.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. Because he was a disgusting human being. The only difference is he's got caught before Diddy, so Diddy knew not how to get caught for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a rumor. We're going to get into that in just a second. I'll mention this as a tidbit. Oh my God, I don't know what her name. What is that lady's name? Not something Wright.
Jaguar Wright.
Jaguar Wright. Thank you. Okay.
She's been up all over my TikTok.
Baby. I think we have the next blind item star person. I think Jaguar Wright walked so Kyle and Marisa could like sprint, and then what happened to Kyle and Marisa? I think Jaguar Wright is like, okay, we're soaring. My opinions alone. Jaguar Wright has stated that there is allegedly rumors that Diddy is undergoing facial recognition plastic surgery.
You lie.
To never be recognized as him in the public. This is literally the extent of what he's doing. And my thing is like, baby, if you weren't guilty,
why would you do all of this?
Why would you run?
Right.
And you know what this tells me about P. Diddy?
He's P nasty.
He's sick.
Fucking hell yeah. Like, how do you leave your kids? How do you put all of your kids in one of your mansions somewhere across the U.S. and that you knew was about to get raided?
And then just say, all right, stay there.
All right, so have fun, guys. I'm going to go to the islands.
Tell Kim Porter I said hi. What?
What the fuck?
Okay, so I just want to bring this back. This is not about like Diddy or Cassie or Danity Kane. This is about Kyle and Marisa Roth.
Doing the work.
Doing the Lord's work. So Diddy's trial is the catalyst, and it is quite okay to speculate that no celebrity is safe at this point. There are rumors that in the Diddy trials, Jay-Z and Beyonce, I think they were mentioned.
Jay-Z for sure. Beyonce is so like the Beyonce part, we can't really tell if it's because she was a victim turned perpetrator or if she actually is one of the perps.
We don't know. I hope. I don't even know what I hope.
I don't know.
Kyle Marisa Roth mentioned that Jay-Z allegedly met with a criminal defense lawyer because he could potentially be worried due to the rumor that Beyonce and himself were mentioned in the trials. Now, this, again, this is just straight from my notes that I wrote.
Right.
This is one of the last videos I saw of Kyle Marisa Roth's.
Same.
Is that Jay-Z sat down with a criminal defense lawyer. And again, my thing is this. Sure, as a celebrity and as anyone, you want to get ready.
But why a criminal defense lawyer?
But why not just get like a public defense lawyer?
Right. If you feel that you're innocent.
And if there are any lawyers listening to this, I don't know.
Can we pick your brain?
I don't know law. The only type of bar I ever pass is the one like near my house because I don't drink anymore. The only things I know about law are to negate mens rea. And you should not wash your hair within 24 hours of getting a perm at risk of deactivating the ammonium thiolocalate.
Fucking Legally Blonde, love it. Elwoods.
Wait, so you were in the shower? I mean, I'm so sorry.
People who exercise just don't go kill their husbands.
He did leave a share tape in the pool house one time. No, and like I love how they try to do Legally Blonde too. Couldn't touch it.
You can't. I mean, it was
Can't. Legally Blonde is one of those movies where I'm like, just keep it that one. Anyways, Reese Witherspoon, I love you. Okay. So Kyle Marissa Roth mentioned in a video that she was prepping to do a deep dive into the Church of Scientology and what relations Jay-Z and Beyonce held to that church. All I've ever seen about the Church of Scientology is that if you try to go up against them, you don't.
Right. No, yeah.
So, something fun I learned, and this is from... I previously did like public service work through a nonprofit. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
And that was a tongue pop. And one of the clients that I had was a woman who used to live next door to very, very famous actors, celebrities, XYZ. And I asked her about, like, we would do this thing where, like, I would come to her house and, like, I would do my job and then I would ask her about the Hollywood stuff. And one of the first questions I asked her was, tell me about the Illuminati. Tell me about the parties. Tell me about, and she goes, it's way more behind the scenes than you think. Like, there are layers to it. But she brought up Scientology. And how they do this is like they interview you. When they talk to you about your hopes, your dreams, your fears, they make it seem like they're really invested in you. The reason why they're learning about these things is so they can hold that against you if you ever betray them. So if you talk about the things that you love, they'll be like, oh, what are some people in your life you can't live without? And if I were to say those people, and then all of a sudden I don't want to be in the Church of Scientology, and all of a sudden I betray the people who are members of the Church of Scientology, they will hold my loved ones at gunpoint. Allegedly.
Oh my God. I have heard some really, oh my God. Scientology. I didn't realize Jay-Z and Beyonce had a tie-in with them, though.
Come on.
I'm just saying, like,
Freemasons have a huge tie to Scientology.
Do they really?
Jay-Z is an active Freemason.
Yeah, no, I knew that part. It's just, like, I guess I just never put the two and two together because, like, when I think of Scientology, I think of, like, Travolta. And most of the cast from fucking That 70s Show fuck you guys. Except for Topher Grace. Topher Grace is amazing.
Topher Grace, I met him on the set of Take Me Home Tonight when he filmed that at Metro Center Mall in Arizona. R.I.P. Metro Center Mall. So, I don't recall exactly how Jay-Z and Beyonce got mentioned in the Diddy trials, but I have firm belief that, like, Diddy was the one to mention them. Because if you look at like Diddy's birthday parties and stuff like that and his white parties, Jay-Z's there.
They're weird. Like,
Jay-Z is there.
Who is the guy that just made, like, it was almost like a promo video of, like, the parties that happened with Jay-Z? He's the idiot that was part of oh my God. What was he in? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He was the creep. Like, oh my,
way to narrow that down.
He was a producer.
Are you talking about Scott Storch?
No, this is one of the guys that was actually on Love and Hip Hop. He was dating one lady, and then he went and got with she was called the Puerto Rican princess. I cannot remember her name. Jocelyn, yeah,
I know Jocelyn, yeah.
So whoever she was hooked up with, and I don't think his name is Frankie. I think it's something else. Hold on.
Well, if you want to look it up, I just talk to our audience.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a couple minutes in this little space right now that we're in and kind of talk to you about some of the alleged things that could be brought up between Beyonce, Jay-Z, and dare I even say Jojo Siwa. Are you okay, friend? Are you
I am.
knocking stuff over?
I did. I dropped my phone. It was Stevie J.
Stevie J.
Stevie J. Okay, thanks, guys. All right, go back to your spot.
So, well, this is also going to be more like a collaborative thing. 'Cause I want you to mention stuff too, but I found this out this fucking morning. I have to say this. Now, when I say found out, I mean I saw the video on it.
Right.
What the fuck is her name? Jesus H. My Lord and Savior, I love you so much.
Which one?
There was hold on. Kathy White. Does that name ring a bell?
It should.
It should. Allegedly, Kathy White was the mistress.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Had.
Yes. The one that her friend. Okay, yes. All right, go ahead. We're there.
There is speculations on the internet, rumors, allegations, allegeds that. What did I say her name was?
Kathy. You're welcome.
Girl.
Oh, man. Lots of names, guys.
The memory loss.
Fair.
The dementia is hitting. I'm kidding. So, Kathy White was allegedly Jay-Z's mistress. Kathy White is also allegedly, I can't say this. I'm scared. That's the other thing too, is I want to mention this. Like, there are other content creators who are talking about Kyle Marisa Roth, who are like literally being silenced.
Are they really?
Yeah. I definitely do not want black SUVs at my door.
No, I don't want them at mine either.
But Kathy might potentially be the mother of a very particular celebrity child.
Yes, I have seen that.
Kathy also, and this is what Jaguar Wright claims. I should start that off. This is what Jaguar Wright claims, is that Kathy was killed by a woman, not a man. Go with it.
Oh, yep, there it is. It's there. Yep.
And Jaguar Wright also claims if you listen to a particular song, if you listen to a song from Beyonce's album, Cowboy Carter, I'm going to take a look at the track list super quickly. I think there's a track on there called Daughter.
Was it Daughter?
I think it was called Daughter or something. Yeah, it's called Daughter. It's track number 11. There is a period of that where she actually describes killing Beyonce herself.
Yes.
Describes killing a woman.
Where she's like, I'll wear your, what was it?
I'll wear your skin, or I'll wear your face and your hair and all of this stuff. And it's like,
ma'am, are you unhinged?
Ma'am, are you the Jeepers Creepers killer?
You don't need to copy a Gene, guys. Don't copy him.
Is it Gene or Gain?
See, I can't ever tell.
Honestly, Eddie G.
Eddie G. So, with the cauldron. Okay.
Not the cold.
No.
Cauldron.
No, yeah. Just to let you know, you can see it in Vegas because of Zach Bagans.
Oh, hey, how are our friends at Dead Watch doing?
They're doing pretty good.
Also, today's the day. At the time of this recording, it is 8:01 a.m. Eastern Standard. No, Pacific. Fuck me. At the time of this recording, it is the premiere of the episode with our friends at Dead Watch Paranormal.
Yep.
I did it.
You did it.
Shout out to, oh my God, it's Cody?
Cody and Austin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I was going to say Sean, but Sean Cody is a different thing in the gay world. Girls.
Oh my God, I can't. That's today.
That's making the final cut.
That'll be in the bloop. That'll be the promo.
That'll be the promo. That's the episode. That's the bite. That's the
right
bit.
there.
Great, love that from you. Awesome. I am getting
It's going on a magnet, guys.
There's nothing better than hanging out with your best friends chatting horror movies. At Voices from the Mausoleum, we have programming that covers everything from found footage to gaming, interviews, and even the first horror morning talk show. Come join us. We're all friends at the Mausoleum.
Hey fam, Newman here from Movies for Days, your non-pretentious easy access movie chat podcast and weekly deep dive into any film from any genre, from any decade with anybody's guess as to how we chose that movie that week. Proud member of the You Run Podcast Network. Check us out where all great podcasts can be heard. And on Twitter at Movies Days. Movies is spelled regular, Days is spelled with a Z.
Okay, all right.
So,
Get the
okay.
train back.
There's just rumors going around that happened that I can't say, I mean, it could just be a song. It could just be, but it's very intentional.
Right.
The lyrics are very, very, very specific. They're harrowing. And this dates back to allegedly Beyonce not being pregnant with Blue Ivy, allegedly.
Right.
And that whole thing isn't going to go away.
No.
People are still going to think that forever.
Yeah.
And there's also a rumor that Beyonce's lying about her age.
Is she older or younger?
That she's older than what she's saying. I don't know this. Again, I don't know anything. I am just pulling from what the social media people are frenzying and spiraling about. So anyways.
Frenzying, spiraling. I love it.
Honestly. The other thing that's kind of going on right now that could have also been reported is, did you hear the rumor about JoJo Siwa?
Aside from the fact that she's like cracked out.
Okay, so, aside from the fact that JoJo Siwa is modern day J. Lulu, well, J. Lulu is modern day J. Lulu because Jennifer Lopez is that obsessed with herself. She would never give that away to JoJo Siwa. Ever. And I said what I said with my whole chest. Apparently, JoJo Siwa and her camp, i.e. her mom and managers and all of this stuff, tried to start a girl group.
I remember this. Yeah.
They pulled from other people who were on Dance Moms. And I love how we're called Paranormal Misfits Podcast, and this is like the shit where it's promise you there's
conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories. Like all it really is. Like genuinely it is. I'm a firm believer this is genuinely a conspiracy. I should start saying that. This is a conspiracy theory that I have. Because of the people who were a part of that group that JoJo Siwa and her camp tried to start, JoJo Siwa and her team were manipulating and allegedly like verbally and physically abusing these girls. So what they did was the conspiracy theory is that allegedly JoJo Siwa sold her soul
in hopes to be popular?
No, to the devil.
Okay.
To have the rebrand be the guise over the alleged abuse. Because think about it. What do you hear more about JoJo Siwa right now? The fact that she is doped out incorrectly on herself with terrible music and horrible vocals. The dancing's great. Or do you hear about the abuse?
You hear about the music. You hear about a rebrand.
Fits the narrative, right?
Oh, yeah, it does. Not only that, but JoJo Siwa literally took a song from someone and gave them no credit.
She even said JoJo Siwa was pulled aside right before she went into Studio Siwa in Los Angeles. And she's like, I don't even know. Sorry, hold on. I don't even know who Britt Smith is.
Oh, my God. No, but I bet your mama does. Sorry.
And you know who else knows who Britt Smith is?
The rest of America sure does.
Do you want to know who else knows who Britt Smith is? Like, anyways. So those are the things that are, like, I think the conspiracies. The other conspiracy is this. One of the former, going back to the Pussycat Dolls, one of the former Pussycat Dolls, Carmi Bakar, I think is her name.
Which one?
The red-headed one, like the
okay, all right, the real pale, but she
real pale, yeah. Okay. She's danced with everyone under the Mohegan Sun. She's danced with,
right?
Do you want to know what music video she was in?
Which one? Not JoJo's.
Rock the Boat. Aaliyah.
Now I have to go back and watch it. I loved that video.
Do you want to know what happened after the Rock the Boat video was filmed?
Yeah, what happened? Well, the death of Aaliyah, right? That was the one that.
So
that video, yeah.
It's
But then she would have been on the plane. Would she not have? The backup dancers flew a different.
The backup dancers the backup dancers flew like commercial.
Oh, okay.
So what Jaguar Wright is saying is she's like, we need to talk to Hype Williams. I think it's Hype Williams. I could be getting this wrong.
Yeah, no, you're accurate because that's the one that's incorporated with Jay-Z.
Yeah, so Hype Williams is incorporated with Jay-Z. And there's a conspiracy that, we're going to go back to, there's a conspiracy that Jay-Z and Beyonce corroborated to have Aaliyah killed. So that Beyonce's career could take off.
Yeah.
The other thing that people are failing to realize is that Jaguar Wright, everything that Jaguar Wright said 8 to 12 months ago is coming to light.
Oh, yeah.
Jaguar Wright is spot on. And this is where Kyle Marisa Roth's story doesn't die out for me. There is some stuff Jaguar Wright said about being friends with Hype Williams' assistant and knowing the deep, deep side of Hype Williams.
Right.
We'll leave that there. I think the other thing that's going around is that the conspiracy is that Kyle Marisa Roth was murdered.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? Yes, no, maybe so.
I have a hard time. Not saying, it's a toss-up, right? Because she was covering stuff. She lived in a area that a lot of people travel through. I think she's from the DC area, right?
I think so.
So, celebs go through there. But I don't want to jump on any of those theories, right? Because I want to give respect to her death.
Sure.
I don't want to jump on that crazy train that everyone on. See, I don't know how quickly she lost her creator fund. I do know from having a parent that had cancer, I know those drugs are fucking expensive. Including when you're in remission.
Insane. It costs more to keep you alive.
Exactly. So, and I don't want to shed anything that's like too conspiracy theory on her herself. Everything she shared was spot on.
Accurate as fuck.
Exactly.
And
it's insane because the other part that she was also covering that I think some people overlooked was the fact that she covered The Rock and who she called Oprah Ozempic.
It's true. Well, everyone is getting have you heard about the thing that's going on with like Ozempic eyes? How your eyes are like so sunken back into your fucking skull, and then the cheeks and everything. And the cheeks of Jessica Simpson is having it. What's his name? What's his name from the not Scott Disick? Oh.
But she was covering a lot of high profile people that will do anything to keep a positive light of themselves. So it's a toss up of what could have happened to her. And she's in a prime area where, like I said, travel. She's not far from the northeastern area where like Oprah's at, or where fucking Jalulu's at, or all that shit. So
speaking of other high profile celebrities, I want to go back to a point that I missed.
Oh, okay.
So looking at Kyle Marisa Roth's YouTube.
Right.
She openly mentions many A-listers like Henry Cavill, Taylor Swift, Mila Kunis, and Ariana Grande, just to name a few. Some of these are more centered around how these folks treat their people and how the team of these A-listers really gives them the script to live their life for the next several years. For example, Henry Cable's team allegedly will not let him pop the question to his current girlfriend.
Who's his current girlfriend?
I think it's like a secret, or at that time, at the time that he had a girlfriend. Allegedly, Henry Cable's team controls how and who he can marry, allegedly. Allegedly, Kris Jenner is teaching Kylie.
Yacht
Do you know
Girls.
this one?
The Yacht Girls.
How to get pimped out.
That's what it's called, because Hailey Bieber supposedly.
And for massive millions amounts of dollars. Talk about Yacht Girls real quick.
Oh my God. So Yacht Girls, right? They're usually offsprings of celebrities. And during what's called yacht season, they'll be out. You'll see, and it correlates to the different like Daily Mails and stuff that come out, right?
Right.
Oh, look at Kylie Jenner. She's in a sparkling bikini with, a nice toned stomach. Supposedly, these are the high placement ads so that everyone knows that that particular offspring is out there and is open for work. No, I just saw that. The reason why that one's so fresh in my brain, I just saw it this morning. And if you notice, the Nepo babies tend to all join together. So you got yes. So you got Kendall Jenner, you got Kylie Jenner, you got Hailey Bieber, you have who was another one that they listed off? It wasn't Emily.
Emily who?
Starts with an R. God freaking hardest last name to ever say. She was in the Robin Thicke video that he touched all over during the blurred lines, and she, like, the female director got so pissed off. She's like, no, you leave the set. She told Robin Thicke himself, you leave the set.
Get off your own videos.
Yes, we do not do that here. But like and you'll always notice when it comes to these headlines, especially with Bieber, there's always something where like Justin's off doing something and she's off in the islands. Or stuff like that. The ones that, this is alleged, the ones that Leonardo DiCaprio are seen with, those are Yacht Girls. Because it's usually just for a small season, and then they're on to the next one. And with the Daily Mails, however many ads, news articles are about them, that's how they can charge more and more for it. And that's how they do their lavish lifestyle.
Because one of the things I learned about a deep dive into celebrity culture through TikTok is that your favorite celebrity is not as rich as you think they are.
No, not at all. And I have been, well, just like, let's tie this back with Diddy, Kim Kardashian, and them finding the videos of her actually, with proof, blackmailing high profile men and drugging and assisting in the drugging of them.
I was literally just going to say the drugging.
And Kyle touched on that. Like, if you want a true understanding of Yacht Girls, go on to Kyle Marisa Roth, either one of them, I think. Mainly her main account. Deep dive all the way through it. Yeah, on TikTok.
On TikTok. Kyle Marisa Roth on TikTok.
Go all the way through it, because if you see something about Hailey Bieber, it's going to be about Yacht Girls. Same for not Kim Kardashian. Well, Kim Kardashian's joining in right now too.
I believe
because she's single.
So basically what this is men, essentially, who have, no pun intended, boatloads of money.
Right?
Are literally paying to have sex with.
Yep.
And mind you, some of these men might be like affluent men who have connections to XYZ. This is how the celebrity culture works.
Yeah.
It's very rare that there are genuine talents who make it so far.
Let's go back to Jay-Z.
Tell me.
Jay-Z supposedly has his own version of an Epstein Island.
Is it the one in the shape of a bunny?
I don't remember what it's in the shape of, but I do know that it has its own landing strip. And he has multiple ways on and off of it.
That's weird.
And he only bought it for $3 million. Oh, I mean, here's $3 million. Let me go get a fucking island. Like, yeah.
Speaking of islands that are purchased, did you hear who might have purchased Epstein Island?
No. Who?
Disney Corporation.
Oh, jeez.
Allegedly.
Disney is the devil.
Tell me you're saying it without telling me you're saying it.
I know. I'm waiting to see if they get their own version of what is it? Quiet on set. Quiet on set. I'm waiting because there's no way there's not something.
I feel like Disney's would be called Quiet as a Mouse.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I hope that Kyle Marisa Roth, wherever she is whoever she needs to speak to, guide them.
Oh yeah.
Guide that person to giving out journalism and news and just to be fearless in all of this. I did mention that people are afraid to talk about the Kyle Marisa Roth stuff and the celebrity she's reported on because it's been discussed that these content creators, even you and I talking about this puts us kind of like in a weird spot on the map. That's okay. I'm okay with it.
It's all alleged. We're not saying
it's all alleged. We're not saying anything that's true. We're just reporting off of what already exists visually and audibly in the stratosphere of the world.
Critical thinking, which a lot of people lack now.
Are you telling me that common sense is not so common?
Oh my god!
Girl, I just had. Oh my god. Anyways, we'll bring back Anna Marie Green and talk about
common sense and why it's lacking.
Why it's not.
Why is it called that?
I think also not only are we using common sense, I think we're also just. Again, everything is alleged. Nothing that we have said is factual or true unless it's proven. Like Aaliyah's death, she died. That's true. Diddy escaped his house.
And left his kids.
That's true. Kim Porter is dead. That's true. Cassie went to trial against sexual abuse with Diddy. That's true.
And Aubrey O'Day coming out with it.
Kennedy Kane received a letter stating that they can never disparage Sean Combs or Bad Boy Entertainment or P. Diddy Enterprises in public for as long as they live for $900. That's true.
Right.
Everything else
is alleged.
I don't know about yacht girls. I don't know what that is.
Me neither. Never heard of it
in my life.
Just random scroll on TikTok.
Just lost something. So I do want to take just a moment and kind of recenter us with today. I want to do my part in saying thank you to Kyle Marisa Roth.
Yep.
May you rest in power. May you have passed over to the next plane successfully and that you are not in limbo. May your family have peace in knowing that you've passed over and that you've left one of the best journalism legacies on a social media platform, I think, ever.
Yes, absolutely. She is the journalism that everyone wants, but we can't seem to get at all.
She was fearless in her pursuit. And if there's anything that I've learned from the research about her and the deep dive about her is that she was fearless.
Oh, yeah.
She knew she had more to offer than the threats against her. And the one thing I might add to this, to those of our audience members listening, is that going back to what Chrissy said, sure, it's one thing to go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. When it comes to someone's death, I this is for me personally, I respectfully want that person to just pass in peace.
Yes.
To not let things become tabloids or headlines, not that we're doing it again. All the content that we're reporting on today for this podcast episode is stuff that is already out there.
Yep.
We're funneling it in for us and dissecting things that we also have heard. And we're not doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've made a mockery of Kyle Marisa Roth's name or her family.
Nope.
But again, if anyone, more particularly the Kyle Marisa Roth family, feels in any way that there was a mockery made. It was genuinely not our intention.
Right. No, I mean, wholeheartedly, like, may she rest in power. May she have the nicest, softest pillows and everything.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The best health.
The best. Oh, could
The
you
best
imagine?
health on the other side.
The best health.
And may she actually be one of those beacons that guides the next generations of journalism into doing what they should be doing.
Actual fucking journalism.
Right.
She did genuine. She was like, she dug in and she got the scoop, and every journalism term she revived.
And she was also very respectful, because when it came to the Middleton issue, where Kate Middleton was gone for a while and everyone jumped on that conspiracy of, oh, she's dead earlier this year. Yeah. And then come to find out she has stomach cancer or something, I believe. She was like, guys, leave me alone. She was like, I'm not going to report on this. She told you to leave her alone. Respect her private.
She was being super respectful.
Yeah. She wasn't just one way, she wasn't a fucking Perez Hilton. No.
And that's the other thing too, is like, going back to what we said about modern day journalism, the TMZs, the Perez Hiltons, the Daily Mails, the National Enquirers, the people who are bought out, purchased yes. outright. And then they're not just that, but like people who are on payrolls and all of this stuff. Like, that's not journalism, folks.
No.
That's peddling a narrative. And that's the one thing Marisa Roth didn't do.
She refused. Yeah.
She refused to be bought out. She refused to be silenced.
Yeah.
And I think that is, that's very commendable.
Those are fantastic traits to have and continue to hold on.
Absolutely. Anything you want to say before I take us home?
Guys, if you don't know who she is, we really do suggest that you actually go and look at her, especially her TikToks.
Yes.
She is on YouTube and she is on Instagram. Check her out, see her work, and,
come up with your opinion.
Yeah, pay respect to her family too. Don't start jumping down bandwagons of.
And do not follow and stalk her family on social media.
God,
please
no.
Do not do that. Do not put more duress and pressure on a family that is already going through an extraordinarily hard time.
Right.
Please
because
do not do these things.
What you guys do on the internet does not go away at all.
It is for actual ever.
Yes. And please remember, she has a child. She has a little kid.
Yep.
That is also going and navigating through this. So yeah, no. Okay.
Well, thank you to everyone for tuning in today. We did really well.
We did.
We did really, really well. I do want to say that we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio.
Yes, and YouTube.
So please take a look at Paranormal Misfits Podcast on all of those platforms. Give us a like, a follow, whatever, because it really helps us out.
Yes, and make sure to leave a rating.
And make sure to leave a rating.
And we really do want to hear from you guys. So, if you're on Instagram and you're already following us, send us a DM. Let us know what you want to hear about next, what you thought about previous episodes, any information we may have missed. And for those who may think that they want to come on the podcast, reach out to us and we will definitely collaborate.
We'll talk with you. Yeah. We'll absolutely talk with you. There's certain things that we obviously want to keep on brand.
Right.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
But there's very few things that are off limits.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's why we're misfits.
That's why we're misfits. We don't get anywhere.
That's
well,
right.
Ladies and gents, thank you for being here today. We know that you don't want to leave. But if you are going to go, you might as well creep out.
Bye, guys.